Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today from our Public Works. It's your Public Works Director, Bill Balke. Bill, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Glad you're taking the time out today. Know you're very busy, but appreciate your time on road construction update. It's been interesting because this year has been definitely different with road construction, where we're not talking about all these huge projects going on. There's been a lot of little projects, but we've kind of had a little bit of a quieter year for construction, which I'm okay with, and I know you are too. Still a lot going on there. But one of the bigger projects that people have seen, and I know I have, is the and Mccoy project. What's that project, and where are we at with it?
Yeah, Mccoy was a project where we were reconstructing the intersection and installing traffic signals there. The construction part of things, the road part, has been wrapped up. So we've got all the pavement markings down, and we're ready to accept traffic through there. The one downside is that the traffic signal part of things, with the supply chain and everything, has been delayed. We ordered them back in January. They're still not giving us a firm delivery date on those. So what we're going to do in the meantime is set up, unfortunately, an all-way stop. So you will be able to turn left from McCoy onto but unfortunately, you're probably going to be sitting at the end of a very long line of traffic. So you probably want to avoid that area if you can still. It's just going to be some pretty big backups there, but we'll have it open to traffic. It's just going to be an always stop for until we get those signals in. They're not promising, delivery date. It could be a month, could be more, but it's like that all over the country.
Yeah, and is it better to open up the intersection so people can make those turns, like the rationale for going with the four-way versus not and leaving the barricades up? What's the rationale?
Well, we got some different configuration out there with the turn lanes now, and it just wouldn't be conducive to have that wide open traffic with the turn lanes in there. So we're having everybody stop for the meantime and just make their way through cautiously.
Yeah, it's a safety factor more or less. That's the biggest thing there. So we'll make sure we let people know when do you anticipate those to be the four ways to go up, or three-way, if you will?
Sure. The three-way stop will be going up today on Monday, August 8th. So that's what's happening this morning after they get the pavement and the walkthrough done, probably sometime today on the 8th.
All right. Well, we'll be ready for it, certainly, and try to get the word out on that. Turning our attention to a big project that's going to be kicking off, and we've talked about this project, but it's the Cyene Road project, South Cyene Road, I should say, project. It's complicated because it's weird that it's starting in August. That just throws you off. Like, why are we starting so late? But there's good rationale for how this plays out. But tell us what's coming up here on South Cyene Road.
Yeah, we've got a pre-construction meeting kicking off tomorrow with the contractors, so we'll be talking about all the details of the construction. But essentially, what's going to happen is probably in 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to start seeing, the barrels come in and roads being closed off. Essentially, what's going to happen is you'll be allowed to keep going through northbound on Cyene, north of Lacey Road, all the way through, just a one-way. You won't be able to come southbound. So essentially, where Central Park Place is, there'll be a detour set up to go around the construction because we're going to be constructing the east side of East Sherrill, or I'm sorry, the west side of East Sherrill, and the west side of Cyene Road at that time. So we'll have a lot of detours. They're pretty complicated. They'll be easy to understand once you get out there on the road, but the mapping of it is just not put together. But we'll be sharing map updates and construction updates throughout the project. So we'll be getting those down to Jeremy so he can do a great job of sending those out to everybody. And we'll have them on our website and things like that. But essentially, we're looking at construction from September through the end of October to get that intersection of East Sherrill and Cyene Road reconstructed. The intersection south of there at Lacey Road and part of Lacey across the railroad will be reconstructed next year. So there'll be some construction going on down there next year. So it's a two-phase project.
Yeah, it sounds complicated, and we're gonna take you through it step by step here on Talking Fitchburg, and get the information out there certainly. But timing on this, it's got a time with that quick trip opening up, Bill, because I got to be able to get into my quick trip. So
Absolutely. We'll find a way to get you there.
okay, Bill. And the detour maps too. We will have those for you as soon as they get finished up there and get you around these construction areas. Finally, want to check in just on the wells update. Kind of interesting situations through early this summer regarding the wells, but things are back online and the flow is good.
Absolutely. Yep. The water restriction came off at the end of July. So, you can continue to water things as you need. We got all of our wells up and operating again. So we don't have any flow restrictions. And yeah, we appreciate everybody's patience during this. It did help out a lot. We did see some decreases in the water flow. So that did help, our wells recover a little bit better.
Well, I say the weather helped a little bit too.
Yeah.
We just got enough rain where you can get away with not having to sprinkle too much.
Yeah, yikes. We had a couple of those 90 plus degree days that were just, they were warm.
Yeah, you got to cut the grass, but you got to be so careful, like how comes down to inches when you're talking that. But anyway, we'll digress into that in another discussion called Mowing with Bill. But
All
till
right.
then, we'll leave it at that. Bill, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. We'll check back in with you as soon as the Sighing project gets rolling.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks.
You bet. That's Bill Balke, your public works director here at the City of Fitchburg. And as Bill mentioned, we will share information on all of these projects as they come up, information, detours, and more. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.